Hello, everyone. My name is Oksana. It's road to Edoverse, weekly Edoverse Insider, the 26th. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And as usual, Tokugawa-san, could you please start the session today?
Hi. Thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. This is Eihiro Tokugawa speaking. Now, I would like to continue a bit about, for the next couple of weeks, I'll be talking about food or eating out, gourmet in Edo. And I start with the most typical, which is soba. And then I mentioned that the original form of soba was really sad. You see, you make a dumpling out of soba flour and eat it in soup, or you grill it. And most of them people ate because they couldn't harvest enough rice. And then Oksana-san interjected that there are delicious dishes in the Ukraines made from buckwheat, which is the English for soba. But I think like pancakes, I believe. And then there is the crepe in France, in Brittany. But you see, I think the pancake is good because you have butter and syrup, but those would have been unimaginable luxuries in Tokugawa, Japan. And likewise for crepe, you can eat crepe because of cheese and ham. And these would have been even more expensive if they had it at all in Tokugawa, Japan. They didn't eat pork. They occasionally ate boar, and sugar was expensive. It was used for bribes in early Tokugawa times. So of course, no syrup and no butter anywhere. Okay, and then so that's why, and it was the Koreans who advised the Japanese to mix a little bit of flour with the buckwheat powder, and then cut it up in noodle form. Remember, noodles originate in China. Without China, the Italians would not have had pasta. So and the same. So it comes from China to Korea and then to Japan. And what was good is that by making it into noodle form, you could either float it in soup and it absorbs the soup very well, or you dip it in the sauce and it also absorbs the sauce very well. So for every square centimeter of soba, there is more taste to it, and became the favorite. But at the same time, people appreciated the fragrance and the taste of buckwheat powder itself. So when you eat soba in Japan, I don't know these days, but until when I was about 20, 25, roughly 30, 35 years ago, a real connoisseur of soba would pick up the soba noodles with the chopsticks and then dip it only a little bit in the sauce. So not like really mix it like the pasta and the salsa, but just dip it a little bit so that it doesn't harm the original taste and the flavor. And you see, nowadays it's 100% soba powder, and this is very good. But until recently, the standard was 20% wheat flour and then 80% soba flour, because that made it easier to make into noodle form. But some people mistook it that this is called nihachi soba. Some people mistook it like 2 times 8 is 16 mon. That was the smallest unit of currency, the zeni of Tokugawa times. But and then it turns out to be too expensive to become the most popular taste, and also that the price never changed for. It was always nihachi soba. So now I think it is understood that it's the proportion of the 2 kinds of flours. Okay, so I think that is that's all I have to say about soba this time. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san. Very interesting connection between price and this balance of the ingredients, right? And also next, GM, could I invite you to our talk?
Sure. Thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. We've just attended the conference event in Korea, and then we've just stuck because of the flood. Maybe some of you have seen the news in Korea. We had a heavy I don't know how to say rain. It's a kind of typhoon. Well, anyway, flood, heavy flood. And then our plan was, quite changed. It was tough anyway. But we have some kind of tradition in Chinese culture. If we are, touched by the water, our fortune is going to be much more stronger. So I'm confident that we had flood. Maybe our project is going to be more like successful. Yeah. Anyway, so we attended the event in Korea, and we had a lot of discussion with some kind of key guy who is a top tier in crypto space, and then some of the guy who can help us to be listed on some exchanges, and then some guy who can help us to maximize and expand our ecosystem as well. So I guess the Korean event was successful for us, all of us definitely. This is one thing. And then the other thing is we already not made announcement officially, but all of you already knows who was the ambassador. And then Konishiki-san is a really, really nice guy for our Japanese traditional communication. And then of course he's basically American, so fluent in English and knows a lot of culture like sumo, of course Sado, T-Waste as well. And then everything related with Japanese, traditional culture. So I think he's the only guy and the best guy who can express and then representative of our communication in crypto space as well. And then the third one is we already finalized a define of ecosystem because thanks to Tokugawa-san and thanks to Dominic, we always have a kind of event, meeting every Tuesday night, and then we finally are close to define what types of quality of avatar can be created by when, and then what types of virtual space can be created by when, and what types of the gaming function can be implemented in our space. Or I think those types of the things are close to be defined, and yeah, we can show some kind of updated timeline quite soon. So that maybe you can be, you can be fun to see what types of game coming to us, and then when can we have kind of avatars and who, blah blah blah, something like that. And then we hope to say our, like Zeni or Koban can be also listed on some exchanges, and then we are under negotiation. So stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, GM. And next, Mitsushi. Could you please?
Thank you, Oksana. This is Mitsushi speaking. Yes, we visited Korean Blockchain Week last week. We didn't have a booth, but we visited almost all the booths, and we analyzed how each project presented themselves. We've got a lot of insights. A lot of projects were very good at presenting their own projects in a conspicuous manner. How they set up the booth, what kind of materials and creatives they emphasized on the booth, and what kind of information that they deliver to visitors. And our insight is that in terms of visual quality, Edoverse is much superior to any other projects, especially for Metaverse projects. So we need to emphasize our great visual look, visual quality in our booth. Maybe we will have a large monitor screen and show our trailers, and that's, I think, enough rather than descripting projects with words. Maybe we will have leaflets and pamphlets at booths, but our main monitor design will be having a larger screen or something to emphasize our visual quality. And I think that's the most important strategies. And moreover, it's very important to analyze how each project acts and behave at the event, because we will have a booth and we will attend a lot of foreign events in the future going forward. We are already planning to attend several events within this year. So maybe we will have another opportunity to get connected with a lot of key persons in events. By the way, a lot of well-known speakers attended Korean Blockchain Week. For example, Vitalik, the founder of Ethereum, or CZ, the founder of Binance. A lot of people were talking about very important paradigm shift in the cryptocurrency and blockchain industry. Of course, Vitalik from Ethereum mentioned that the merge is that the Ethereum will be divided because of the difference between a proof of work and proof of stake. And what a lot of people were paying attention to layer 2 solutions such as ZK rollup. So Vitalik was explaining his interpretation about what would happen in the future with regards to Ethereum paradigm shift. And that was very interesting and that was very insightful speech. I wasn't there, but Dominic summarized what he was talking about. And I searched what he was talking about in Twitter and other internets, and I got a lot of information about the merge and the Ethereum. So as an Edoverse, as a project, we will also have to catch up with the latest trend in the cryptocurrency industry. And we need to sort of persuade the users of cryptocurrency that this project is worth investing and worth looking for. So I think it's very important for us to catch up with what the well-known influencers and well-known figures are talking about recently. So I think that was a great opportunity for me to sort of understand the technology even further. For the next event, I think there'll also be the great influencers in the panel discussion and so on. Maybe we will have opportunity to speak out our projects and so on. So we will study even further to understand technology and the trend of this industry. That's all from me today. By the way, I'm planning to make an official announcement about the Konishiki-san's becoming an ambassador for Edoverse in the foundation page. It's important to have a written record in order to sort of satisfy and excite users even further. That's all. Thanks. That's all from me. Thanks, Oksana.
Thank you very much, Mitsushi. And Dominique, could you please join us, tell more insights about the event?
Thanks, Oksana. I just want to do a little housekeeping things that about the last monthly insiders. We just made a launch part, and then just to make a harvest 100 zeni for the one account of NFT launch. And people are really discussing about now whether they should do or not because of the sort of gas fee, the Ethereums, whether just they fit just in the harvest or not. But that think about ecosystem of Edoverse in the future that we're actually expecting over 1 trillion or maybe 10 trillion JPY worth of ecosystems coming up. In this case, and the 100 zeni is going to be very big worth of the value on this. So please don't forget the harvest zenis, and then they get 100 zeni for the one address for the NFT, land NFT, please. And also we already delivered 45 address to the land NFT. Just they're very lucky people. They get the free NFT land in the Daimyo district because this is a contributors lottery, and that was good. And also we are just selecting another 45 that once that we finish everything, and then we're gonna disclose all the 90 addresses in the future. Yeah. And then regarding ambassadors, welcome to Edoverse, Mr. Konishiki. We are really happy. We are really honored just to have him. And also we are talking to another people, but it's not ambassador yet, but a very influential persons that maybe to have some the really important facility in Edo City in the futures. So we may just announce that very near futures. And also we have for shareholders, we of Shinwa Wise Holdings already we have a page of the Google form to harvest katana NFTs. The katana NFT is going to be very exciting because it was so beautiful, and also this is it's entirely different. More than 5,000 different katanas was actually spread into the Edoverse, and that is also very exciting. And then we might just have some of the giveaway events in the next month to about this katana NFTs, and we have some of course not a big amount of katanas, but we have some katana NFTs. Then we won't just give it to the contributors in September. And also as Mitch mentioned, and our global marketing is it's really just expanding actually. we do the Dubai, we Singapore and London's, and then we try just to let people know about Edoverse just on a global basis. So please just wait for that. There are many people just coming into the Edoverse in the future. And also our production of a 3D and also our space itself is actually really accelerating. So even just people mentioned a lot of sort of speculation about Edoverse, but we never stop. And then our actually ecosystem is going to be really big in the future. That under the production is actually is manufactured by Sequin, an American company. But our productions is really sort of really fast, and then people can see there's more sort of realistic Edoverse in the future, in the very near future. Please wait for a little bit. And also, listing is one of the most important events for Edoverse for a while in September or maybe October. And we're selecting the best exchange, and then the Zennies will be listed. I expect that Zenny will be listed just in a certain time, and then please wait for it. So that's about it from me. And then thanks for this. And then it's very hot summer. Please take care of you, and also to see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominique, and I'm glad that everybody returned to Japan safely. So thank you everyone for listening, and I will meet you next week. Goodbye.